and welcome you. Pretty well welcome everybody except for our friend wearing Brinksy there. He's Poison Fan. I'm trying to find an Indian name for Poison Fan. He's been writing very bad things about us lately, quite a while. And keep down, we don't appreciate that. We don't like that one bit. That's
Yeah, that's right.
Herb, you won't be allowed in there today.
Why not?
You are not going to be allowed in there today.
How come? We need to...
On account of all the bad stuff you've been laying out on the band here. Until we start coming clean with the band, you can enter these processes. But up to now, I got stuff on you from back from the when you first started dealing with the other RCMP on that criminal case that was. That's when I started watching you.
What criminal case are you talking about?
About Tom Chipman there. That's when you started.
Tamara.
You wrote on a whole bunch of. It just seems like you had an issue with RCMP that time. Just how you're handling it. You can see between the words.
We report all perspectives on all issues. We report fairly and honestly.
And then you came into the band there previously to that. At one time there, when you wrote a whole bunch of crap about the band there, and you came in there, me and Steve talked with you that time. If you're going to write anything down, write down the proper stuff the way it is, not the way you look at it. And you write down there that we're part of the sacred circle. We aren't part of your sacred circle.
Not my sacred circle.
You put that on there. You drew
what's the sacred headwaters?
No, you just.
So you're not allowing the media into this meeting? Is that what you're telling me?
On the way you're negatively putting your comments about the band.
You don't like the way we cover the issues. That's what you're saying.
There's other issues beside that.
And are you only favoring favorable media?
No, we're not favoring favorable media. We're concerned on what you're putting down about the Kitsumkalum band.
Sure.
When have you ever put anything nice about the band down?
Lots of different.
No, you haven't. Name one.
About the different developments you've been doing.
No, you haven't. Yeah, but you wrote a little bit about it, but you always wrote negative about it at the end.
We cover the rock quarry. We cover the CN
And what else did you write about it at the end?
We cover the.
How did you end up about it?
I have opinions, but we cover all the issues fairly. Everybody.
Yeah, but your opinion's always negative. When are you going to write something positive, nice about something?
Positive. I write positive, and sometimes I have different opinions. But
all your opinions are all different. For what reason?
You and your wife are busy fighting with everybody here.
No, here you have August Brown, a war chief from the Tahltan. He's supportive of some of our positions as well. There's all sorts of perspectives to all sorts of issues, and we like to cover them all.
I'd like to see what's going to happen on this one after today. Let me know now what you're going to write. Why don't you come and share us how you're going to write things on that paper?
If you would have a fair discussion with us on the issues,
you have a fair discussion right in there.
Well, let's talk about it.
We were not consulted.
You're not going to talk about it today when something's happening. Do you know what today is about?
The members did not get notification.
I seen how you wrote about it.
Yes, you're signing the incremental treaty agreement.
And what does it mean?
It means you're signing a treaty agreement.
You reference it to the Nisga'a agreement, you reference it to other agreements across the country.
Absolutely. You have to provide context and reference to provide a fair understanding of the issues.
That's not how you're pointing it out.
It's exactly
how I'm pointing it out in a negative way.
Not at all.
Yes,
I'm presenting a fair, balanced perspective on the issues.
And what have you got in this territory? Is this your territory?
No, I'm providing a news report on the issues.
No, you're not.
It's got nothing to do with whether I belong to a territory or not.
On your last commentary, you had really wrote down a lot of stuff there. You brought in the Gitsens. You brought in how it's all broken apart on account of undemocratic system.
Yes.
What you're saying there, you're relating that to us. Then you went to the Nisga'a and you wrote down all their issues on where it is today, and you evaluate this one with the Nisga'a agreement.
You're going to sign a treaty agreement here today.
We're not signing a treaty agreement today.
It's an incremental treaty agreement.
It's an incremental treaty agreement.
So
yes, it is.
What are the 2 words in that? It's treaty agreement. So incremental, yes. Okay.
It's
treaty
only a
agreement,
stepping stone to get into the next stage.
Yes, but you didn't consult.
But we need that. We have been consulting in here all the time.
How come you only provided the membership 36 hours notice? I just want to report on the issues.
Are we going to get a chance to get up and speak in this meeting?
I don't know how the agenda is going to go. Yeah. I'm not down here yet.
The members were not notified.
Go ahead.
This is what I'd like to give people to get mad to fight. That word reaches the right one. Put some energy towards it. You know, save some of our resources from that kind of logging. This is such a waste. So I think just give you a little snapshot of what we're doing. But we do thank you for the improved measures on the land and how we appreciate it and we will be making use of it.
What do you see the significance of today's signings, both here and the one that comes forward that's a bill? What's the big deal?
Well, it's a milestone because there are 6 stages to getting to a final treaty, which is that long process. Every time you make another step happen, you're getting closer to that. It also means that as you get closer, oftentimes more questions will be raised, more dialogue, and therefore you engage more people and hopefully more understanding of what's at stake here. So it is up to the leadership here at Kitsumkalum Treaty to take this opportunity to consult. As we've said, this is not the final treaty. This is still one of those steps, and it is, this is a milestone. Further along than we were at stage 1, shall we say.
Hi, Chong. Merv Ritchie. I'm the reporter that got 2 honorable mentions.
You did?
Yes.
How do you rank that?
I don't know, but it's an honor. That kind of leads into another question. You're talking about cooperation. You've been involved in the treaty process since the very beginning, since the Tsimshian Tribal Council, and even before, I believe.
No, it was after.
It was after? Okay.
Well, it was all different capacities.
But at that time, all the Tsimshian Nation was united in going forward with the treaty process. How are you cooperating with the other, such as say, what previously was the 9 allied tribes, the Lakalams, Metlakatla, etc.? How's the cooperation moving forward with them?
I'll give a couple of different approaches to that. One is that the allied tribes of Lakwalams have been notified of the activities to date. I think that they have some concerns, and most of their concerns at this stage are raised directly with Canada and British Columbia, as far as, I don't like the term, but overlaps, as far as who has jurisdiction over what particular piece of territory. But we're pretty confident, as far as both KLM and Kitsla is confident in the research that we've done, that we're strong, and the work and the effort and the benefits that we would get out of this AIP, even if it stays as is, are in their rightful place. But saying that, I know that there needs to be more work, and we've actually asked the BC Treaty Commission to try to bring us together formally once again with not just Lakwalams, but with other nation groups or communities within the Tsimshian Nation as a whole, to talk about common issues, whether it's access to resources, whether it's lands, whether it's industrial development, whatever it might be.
When the Nisga'a Treaty was negotiated, all the communities, Greenville, Nuayanch, Canyon City, they all worked together, and they, as one united nation, they signed a treaty. How comfortable are you, being the chief negotiator, entering into a treaty arrangement without the cooperation and the other parties of the Tsimshian Nation?
I'm very comfortable in doing that because we've gone through a long process of change and determination that how can we get ourselves ahead. And just a short bit of history. You're right, I was chief negotiator for Tsimshian under the banner of Tsimshian Tribal Council days, which involved 7 communities, Kitsumkalum being part of that. We went through, I will say, an unfortunate situation in 2004 where it was realized that that structure was no longer able to play the role that the communities as a whole wanted to play. And so we disbanded it. Or it was disbanded.
What was that caused the difficulty? Was it the fishing or was it the logging?
I think it was largely, this is only my perspective because I'm one individual. I think it was largely personal dynamics. People didn't like me or they didn't like that person over there, and then we were in positions of authority and things were happening, and so leadership will and is always expected to play a strong role in community decision making, but I don't believe when you say a veto will my house or my seat, for example, be able to force you, if you were one of our members, to do something that you don't want to do. I don't think that I would have that authority.
So, if the Eagle House or Killer Whale House or the Lagaboo House says, no, we won't be part of this.
If our members say no, we will have been instructed. And that's the opportunity that we presented now to the community of Kitsumkalum, is that we're providing the opportunity to our community and our members to instruct us.
Right. And so the traditional hereditary chief structure won't have that kind of that say. This is a membership, a band membership vote, and that's
our structure doesn't provide for that at this time.
Yep.